about to play. We are about to play. Guys, we are about to play another week of the Eagles franchise. Trevon Diggs came to play last game. When the music stops, I'll see y'all at the halftime, Eagles halftime show. Since it's a division game, we are going with the Kelly green jerseys. Alright, guys. Hopefully we play good for the first half. Hopefully Jalen Hurts doesn't throw an interception. When music stops, I'm going to desktop audio, and Charles and Davidson will meet you there. Madden 2025 League saying more commentary people. You're going to be able to pick out of Tony Romo, I'm pretty sure. Alright, guys. See y'all later.
National Football League. Himself, Trevon Diggs. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Commanders and the Eagles. Next.
Three 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Hurts to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Powell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now Howell. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
May not be the first name you think of with the Eagles offense, but Smith had an incredible 2022. 11th in the NFL in catches, 9th in yards as the number 2 option in a run-heavy offense. First down there from one of the game's best young receivers.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing is Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Rodgers on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. this Philly offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Al down to throw it. Buying time to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Shifts by him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And Howe will throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Arma, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for Philly. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Hurts.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long.
Powell.
Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
This one caught by Crowder. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So we reach halftime.
Welcome to Eagles Halftime Show, and I will be presenting y'all some highlights. So let's go look at highlights. Starting with quarter 1, Jalen Hurts got sacked for 9 yards. Jalen Hurts finds DeAndre Swift down the field for 75-yard passing touchdown. Intercepted by Reed Blankenship. One-yard rush by Jalen Hurts for a touchdown. And you got a 17-yard rush by DeAndre Swift. That's it for first quarter. Second quarter started with Dallas Goedert for 17 yards on a passing play. Then you got another 2-yard rush by Jalen Hurts. 2-yard rush, yeah. No touchdown. 34-yard rush by Sam Howell. He found a way to get out the pocket, and that was a good block on our defense. And he got ran. Sam Howell passes to Dotson for 26 yards. And a 4-yard rush by Brian Robinson Jr. And then you got the 3-yard rush to Alex Smith for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts passes to A.J. Brown for 67 yards down the field. A 3-yard rush by Jalen Hurts, as you see. He was about to be sacked. He ran out, find a way to turn around, and ran in. Sam Howell was sacked for 7 yards. Sam Howell sacked for 10 yards. And final play of the half, pass to Crowder for 8 yards. That's going to be it for Eagles halftime show.
Oh my God.
Back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 44.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1, escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
On 1st down, Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he did not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And powering through at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Throwing here, Howell.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And Thomas has it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Howell. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Sly able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it. Action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Hurts throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. First down, Howell to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Faking the handoff, Howell. That's complete. Terry They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Howell. In trouble, and he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Hey, let's go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Swift is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Powell throwing on 1st down here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd down throw for Howell.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Powell with one final shot. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all.
Can I talk my...
All right, guys. That was a heck of a game by our defense and offense. Jalen Hurts with like 5 rushing touchdowns. Our runner back didn't really play good. Hi. Well, guys, I am going to be making a defensive back. Hold on. I'm going to be making a defensive back superstar mode after this video. Well, I'll see y'all for week 5 some point tonight maybe or tomorrow. Let's look at the weekly awards since week 1.
Brent, what are you going to do tomorrow?
Probably record videos.
Okay, I mean as far as food.
Oh, food?